Okay. I don't really have any points or anything. Um, it's a little bit different from content I've done in the past. It's more like kind of a stream sort of vibe for me, minus the fact that I'm not playing a video game. Drinking kombucha though. um, Anyways, I wanted to do something simple, something I'd probably enjoy, like talking about. I mean, I'm gonna absolutely hate how I look. It's just my haircut right now. I need this to be longer. I need to lose weight. It's just a lot of confidence stuff, but it's fine. It's whatever. I need to start putting out content and shit. So, and if you can't tell, I moved my room around and yeah, so I have a new backdrop, which is pretty exciting. Um I'm on my shitty webcam, but it's fine. Just don't worry about it. So, anyways, I want to go off on Kakegurui. I started doing it with Mask one day, but we have a workout group and I didn't get the chance to fully rant about it, and it's been a few weeks since I've watched it, but like I've watched a lot of anime and stuff, so I want to talk about Kakegurui and how shit I think it is, and then I also I also might discuss some other animes that I have watched and actually enjoyed recently. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, so Kakegurui, what a shit show. I only had to watch the sorry, I have to get used to like looking at the camera and everything. Anyways, I only had to watch the first season. It was a bet I lost a while ago with Mask, and I had to I had to watch the first season of the anime. And I did finally, after probably procrastinating a year, maybe 6 months, I don't know, a while. Procrastinating a long ass time. So I watched it. Mask said I was gonna hate it. He was not wrong. I despised everything about it. Not everything. There were some good points. I really liked the animation. I thought it was really good. The colors were really nice. Just like the action scenes and stuff were really cool. To a point, one of my biggest issues with Kakaguri was just the sex shit. It was so so much so bad. Um I'm just gonna say like a spoiler alert maybe kind of thing. I'm going to probably reference certain scenes, maybe some of the story. Not much. I'm not gonna go like totally into depth about it, but if you don't want to know anything at all about Kakaguri and you like plan on watching it or whatever, um I am going to talk about specific scenes and certain characters and stuff. So, just a heads up, warning. Click off now if that's going to be an issue. But anyways, continuing on my little rant. So, my biggest issue with Kakaguri was the sex. And I know, sex sells, whatever. Has never been my cup of tea. I've always hated fan service in anime. Um, I feel like it just draws away from the story. It can draw away from the plot. It like minimizes the characters to me, if that makes sense. Like it's just like, I could care less kind of shit. So like the fact that there was so much of it was just, and like there was so much to the point it was gross. Like for example, there's this one character who really likes roulette. Like, she desperately wants to get like the life or death thrill kind of thing, and she wants to die. That was a whole weird thing. And she has this scene where literally, like, she has an orgasm on a fucking table and is like, it like drips onto the floor. And I'm like, bro, that is just. Why? Just too much. So gross, so nasty, so unnecessary. It took away from the whole, like, life and death situation, kind of exciting gambling. I didn't care about that, but you know, exciting gambling shit. And like, it's just like, but why? And I really do think like that's the whole selling point of the show, and it's kind of like a sort of comparison to the feeling you get while gambling, I guess. So in that way, I can kind of understand it, but at the same time, bro, I don't want to see it. um, One of the other things that really pissed me off, and Mask laughed his ass off when I said this. I hated the male lead. Absolutely despised him. I love the female, like, I like a strong female lead and everything, right? Like, and we had one. We had a really good one. An insane one, but we had one nonetheless. But the male lead pissed me off to no fucking end. Like, he's just helpless. Like, he doesn't stand up for himself. Like, he gets in the way of the gambling and like making the decisions and stuff, and like he just adds nothing, in my opinion, besides being a whiny little bitch. Which sounds so bad, but I swear that's how I felt. Okay, this is totally opinion based. You don't have to agree with me. You could think he's fantastic and like the best character ever written. Sure, go for it. But just know I am going to disagree with you on like 15 levels. But yeah, so he like gets in her way and everything, and then they end it. I feel like I probably shouldn't say how they end the season, but the way this season goes, he's a really big part of it. And he makes a decision that I'm just like, it just felt kind of out of character. Or like, I guess more like he was not really peer pressured, but like, I guess it wasn't necessarily out of character, but it's like, I don't care. Like, he was just a character I didn't give a shit about. I will say that about most characters in the show, actually. I did not care for any of them. None of them really caught my interest. I think Mary's the only one who I actually found slightly compelling. The lead, I cannot think. Hold on. Yumiko is an interesting character, but one of the big issues I had with Kakegurui, it was predictable. Nothing happened that I was like, wow, crazy, didn't see that one coming. Like, maybe there was like one plot point that I'm like, okay, well, that was slightly compelling. So when Yumiko like becomes a mittens, that was a little compelling. I thought it was gonna be a show where she wins everything, and it kind of is to a certain extent. I will say that much. The other thing is that they kind of say like, oh, she became a mittens because she wants to like square off with all these like people in the student council, which, by the way, I did not care about a single character in the student council. So I was like, cool, I don't give a shit. Like, you've made me not care. Like, they're supposed to be these crazy good gamblers, but we don't really get to see it until pretty much right before Yumiko squares off against them. And then you're like, whatever, I don't care. I think the only one we really met and like actively kind of got to know um before they like Yumiko actually squared off was the roulette girl. Her name's Midari. I got the screen up on the side with the character names. Okay, I'm really bad at remembering characters, especially if I don't give a shit about them, which I don't in this show. um but yeah, so she's like the only character we really get to know. There's also that other like one character who's like super chill and like super, or not chill. She's like super mellow, meek, mousy. She's like always like on the edge of her seat. She was the one who had to like take over for the student council um when the president like went off and did her own thing. So she was she's just like you kind of get to see a little bit about her, but she's very one-sided kind of thing. Like she's like this meek, mellow character who totally idolizes the student council president, and you're like, okay, who gives a shit kind of thing, right? Let's give some more props. Because I think I've covered most of the points that I want to like rant about, because yeah, it's not a show for me. Uh, really good voice acting. Excellent voice acting. I believe Kaide, he's the guy with the glasses, super stoic and everything. I think his voice actor is in Gintama, which is, if you don't know, my favorite anime of all time. Yeah, okay, he is. So he's Gintoki's voice actor, which is pretty good. So they had really good voice actors. So yeah, that's about animation and voice acting wise. Really good show. Everything else I couldn't have given less of a shit about. um, it's not for me. It's that kind of genre's never been like my thing. Like sometimes it'll catch my interest. Like I would kind of say like a sports anime sort of theme. Kind of. There's other anime that are actually like genre based, right? Like more in the genre. Like I think there's like a chess one that I haven't seen but I've heard about. Um so they have like more like that, but in my I think like a sports anime is the closest comparison I can do that I've actually like watched. And I do enjoy a good sports anime. It depends on the sports anime. Um this if this was a sports anime, I would have stopped watching. I mean, I would have it took me 6 months to actually work up the gusto to watch this show. So I would say yeah, it's not my genre. And if I didn't have to watch it, I wouldn't have. Like I would have watched one episode and been like, "Okay, bye." Because it really was not for me. There were some points it did hook me. I will say that. Like some of the gambling sessions were actually like really compelling to an extent until they brought the fucking sex into it. Like I said, I think that absolutely destroyed the fucking anime. Um Anything else? I don't think so. Anyways, I hope you liked this little rant. I know it's just some weird chick sitting in her bedroom with a shitty webcam talking about things, but it's whatever. um, like the video, subscribe. I think I'll probably do this a little more because I've been watching a lot of anime, and you know what? I want to talk about it. I want to do something that's kind of fun and easy, something I can edit in like 5 minutes and make myself do. Because I want to start actually uploading. I will at some point, hopefully, like, do more of my edited stuff, and maybe I'll start uploading VODs and stuff. Maybe I'll make it a separate channel for that. Um, if you want to see me and hang out with me and chat with me, I stream pretty much every week, depending on how I'm feeling sometimes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is normally when I stream. It fluctuates, I will say, but I stream relatively around the same time, 1 p.m. EST. Sometimes I'll do later in the day, surprise, whatever. Go to the Discord because that'll post like the live stuff, and I'll link that in the description. Anyways, I hope everybody has a good rest of their day and everything. Blah blah blah. Bye.